Right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this. This is Droid Builders. My name's Sam Prentice, and this is
Lee Towsey. Hi, everybody. How you doing? How you doing, Sam?
I'm amazing. How are you?
Good, man. Yeah, good, thank you. Good to be back.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, what have we been up to?
Well, hopefully people saw it.
Well, let's hope so. The Humber Bridge crossing, where we managed to beat Glyn off. Can I say that? It's live.
Something like that.
Is it live?
Something like that.
It's live. Okay.
Something like that.
Go on then.
Yeah. Of course, we're raising money for Calm. We are just over £9,000 now, which is a great total, but we still want to break that 10,000. So I'm sure there'll be a link somewhere down here. The lads will sort something out, or Sam will. And please donate. We would appreciate it. We have got other reasons for you to donate later on in the show and later on in the year. But if you can spare us a few pounds now, we'd much appreciate it. And what else? What have you been up to, Sam?
Well, I have been doing a light show ready for tonight, Halloween.
Indeed, yes.
And I've also been 3D printing a Michael Badley ALT droid, which is a full-size droid, which you're very familiar with, of course.
Absolutely, yes, I am. Yep, named after me, of course. And there's been a Facebook page for it as well now.
It has, yeah.
So there's been Rob Howdle has kindly launched his Facebook page, which again we'll give you the link to. And it's just a source of information, really, and just point you in the right direction for anyone looking to build an ALT droid, which is one of my favourite droids to drive, to be honest with you. It's got the tank tracks. And
it's one of my favourites as well, actually, for another reason, actually. Rob Howdle, he's the guy that's building a T3, isn't he?
That's it. I
think so, yeah, I know that guy. I know that guy.
So, yes.
In other news, you've gone off the radar a little bit now, Lee, and we can all assume that you're back to work now. So tell us all the juicy gossip that you can. Okay, anyway, moving on today's show.
Yes, coming up today's show, we are going to be launching a new track, new online 39.1% track.
Fantastic, so, especially for Halloween.
I think we're going to have a race, I think, for that.
We are indeed. We're
not giving away any droids or anything this time, though. Just for fun. No, stop it.
Okay.
And what else have we got coming up?
We've got Brian Herring interview.
Yes, and we've got the launch of a new segment in the show.
Absolutely. Sam and Lee and a cup of tea, Indeed. Possibly coming to Netflix soon. This is the pilot. This is the first one that we've done. We've shot a bunch of them over the last couple of weeks. I know you think that we've been quiet and out the way, but we have been busy making content for this channel.
I think we're on to something here as well. I think credit where it's due. Sam's idea, and I think it's a great idea. So,
what I will say is, you guys have got to watch out for Lee's hidden talents, and it's not necessarily in the first one, but the hidden talents are phenomenal. So I'm really glad to be showing you this kind of content.
Yeah, looking forward to you all seeing that indeed. And we've got a tutorial coming up as well, just the one this time because it's a short show, which is James Furtado. He's easy for you to say. He's kindly put a tutorial together for us for his card dispenser. Yep. And the card dispenser is great. You can put that in any droid really that's big enough, any full-scale droid. So stay tuned for that.
Maybe not an ALT though.
Well, yeah, I think you could. Yeah.
All right.
That's good. But first,
the news.
Today's news with Lee Towsey.
Good evening, and here is the Droid Builders news. First of all, I'd just like to say best wishes to Lawrence Bevan, who unfortunately is in hospital at the moment after a motorcycle accident. News in says that he's making a slow recovery, thankfully, and I just want to send on behalf of all the Droid Builders our best wishes to Lawrence, and I hope your steady recovery continues, Lawrence, and we'll see you back out droid building soon. Next up, we've got a website that's being launched in a day's time, which is for Michael Badley's Printed Droids. Rob Howdle and a few other guys have launched a website, which comes out, like I say, tomorrow. And it's to help anyone thinking of printing a droid. And it just makes the process a lot easier. So good luck with that, guys. I hope that launches well tomorrow. In other news, some photos have been seen on Instagram of Kevin Baker's, that's Kenny Baker's son, showing some photos of a dome. He recently cleared out Kenny Baker's collection and found a cast from original R2-D2 dome. So we look forward to hopefully having a chat with Kevin in the near future and seeing what else he managed to uncover. We're very short on news this month. So in other news, Sam Prentice has new shoes.
Do. What's going on with yours?
Comfortable, aren't they? Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Now, back to Sam and Lee, looking a bit more normal in the studio.
Well, that was the news. Thank you, Lee.
My
You
pleasure.
did forget about the calendar, though.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
This
Yes.
is Builders in the Buff. It's a new calendar. Here's a picture of my submission, first of all. And Lee's also done these.
We're not doing that now.
We're not doing it now.
No.
I've just put this out, though.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we're not doing it now. So what are we doing now then?
We are doing a calendar, but
Right.
it's going to be of droids. It's not going to be the calendar that you hoped for.
I didn't hope for it. You made a suggestion.
Wasn't my idea.
Oh, wow. Okay, thanks for that.
Okay, I think you'll find you're the only one that submitted a photo, actually.
Well, let's go to Brian Herring, shall we?
First of all, Brian, thank you very much for joining us.
You're very welcome.
For those that don't know Brian, there may be one or two people that don't know Brian, so we will introduce him. Brian Herring is a very well-known puppeteer, especially for a certain little droid, which people may be familiar with, and hopefully people watching this, because it's a droid-related show after all. Mr. BB-8, we look after BB-8 on set. You have done since Force Awakens. And Brian, welcome.
Thank you. Lovely to be here. Nice to see the Droid Boys finally back together again.
Because, of course, you will know Sam, won't you, from your work on a previous film. And so how's life? What have you been up to?
Well, what have I been up to? It got a little quiet. I think straight after we finished the Rise of Skywalker, I went and did some work on the Doolittle film with Robert Downey Jr. And then I've been doing... then we had that coronavirus thing happen. So everything stopped. And I've been doing voiceovers for video games, none of which I can talk about. And they're all out next year on the PlayStation 5, or the end of this year on PlayStation 5. And then currently, though, I'm back to work and I'm doing Spitting Image.
Amazing.
I'm doing Spitting Image for Bookbox. And it was a bit bizarre because Spitting Image was the first job I ever had as a puppeteer back in the 90s. So it's very weird to have come full circle. It could very well be the last job I have ever.
Can you tell us, because I asked Lee earlier, I said, what are you puppeteering, or what characters are you puppeteering? Are you able to tell us anything about that?
Yeah, I puppeteer. It's a big, much like BB-8, the Spitting Image is a big team effort. So there could be anything up to 3 people on one puppet at any given time. So one person doing the head, the arm, doing the lip sync, someone else doing the right arm, and someone else doing the eyes. And that's, of course, after the voice artists have done their job. So with this one so far, I've been sort of chiefly working as Dominic Cummings. I've been doing Prince Charles and Joe Biden, which has been a lot of fun to do. So we've been doing that since July.
So you said, obviously, you come full circle with this. What was, how different is it from day one in the 90s to going back to it now? Is it a completely different animal, or?
No, it's very, 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 very similar. It's almost the same. In fact, the puppets have got slightly lighter, which is great. They are big monster puppets, so because they're full size. So whenever you see their hands are full size. So everything else is in proportion. So it's not very different at all. Actually, you're still running like Billy-O at the end of the week to get everything shot, because now we shoot on Thursday, and everything we shoot Thursday will go out Saturday morning. It used to be we would shoot Saturday and it would go out Sunday, but because this is now streamed, it's a different pipeline process to get it up onto the internet. So, yeah, it's a very, very similar thing, and it's having very much the same reactions that it had back in the 80s and 90s. You know, I'm reading exactly the same comments, except they're louder and on Twitter.
Right.
Yeah.
I must confess.
We all know how forgiving Twitter is.
Absolutely. We've had many conversations about that, haven't we, Brian, over the
years.
Over the years, yeah, indeed. I must admit, I haven't got BritBox, so I haven't caught much of it. But from what I've seen on YouTube, it's great.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it is a lot of fun, and that's what it is really. It's just fun, and it always was. Occasionally, it got quite bitey, and that's a good thing. Hopefully, I think we've got some stuff coming up that sort of has a bit of a poke. But it's we're just having lots of fun, because you can put characters that wouldn't normally be in the same place together, and just do kind of crazy comedy with them. So it's yeah, absolutely. I was just looking to see if I could see the puppeteers' heads that are working you two. We're having a lot of fun at the moment with there's a foreign election on. That's the thing we're doing. There's a couple of election specials, one of which is going to be on ITV actually. So towards the end of the month, there's going to be a spit and image election special, which is going to be on ITV.
Cool. So I know you've been running a few weeks on BritBox, Brian. How much longer have you got from this season?
This week 3, I think we've got another. I think we're doing 10. So I think this week will be week 4, and then we've got 6 weeks after that.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, yeah. So not halfway through yet. So
no,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And where is it being filmed, Brian?
Where? In an undisclosed location.
Oh, okay, right. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, well, Brian, we'll get on to more BB-8 things, I think, at another time, because this is just a short show. We're doing a short show for October, but we're doing a Christmas special, because usually we'll get together for Christmas, which is not going to happen, funnily enough. We're going to plan to do another live show. So would you mind coming on for a droid-related chat, for a longer chat, close to Christmas?
Love to.
Love to. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely love to. Yeah, it'd be great.
Brilliant. Excellent. Well, let's do that. Thank you for coming on and supporting us, Brian, with this. Just to say hi.
Yeah. I did actually just want to congratulate you for all the great work you did on the live show a couple of months ago, because that was just amazing, and I was tuning in and out of it, and it was some really good stuff. So well done, boys. And I'll see you at Christmas.
Good stuff. Yeah, Excellent. We'll see you at Christmas, Brian, and take care and have fun on Spitting Image.
Thank you very much. Stay safe, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers, bye. Thank you, mate. Bye-bye. Thank you very much, Brian. Really appreciate you coming on and sparing a bit of your valuable time with us.
Yeah, it was really good. Thank you, Brian. And we do plan to chat to Brian a little bit more in depth later on in the year, which will be shown hopefully on the Christmas show. Absolutely. We'll be talking droids and Star Wars and other stuff, I'm sure. So, thank you, Brian. Always fun to speak to. Yeah. I think now's a good time to launch your brainchild, Sam.
Sam and Lee and a cup of tea. It's a very, very easy to get kind of progress, I guess, or process. It's we will come to your house anywhere in the UK and enjoy a cup of tea with you.
And biscuits.
And cake. And I tell you what, the caliber this far on 4 shots that we've done has been amazing. And there's some really heartfelt stories as well with some of the builders. And I've learned a lot. I think we've both learned a lot about why people got into droid building and things like that. And of course, we were talking about this the other day. Not everybody likes to be on the camera and be presenting and talking. So it's quite nice to sort of see that from another side where we're just having a chat. So tea, a chat, cake, biscuits. That's a must, by the way. I will literally lose my mind if I don't have a biscuit. So
he does. Yeah. So we've done 4 people already, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've dropped in to see 4 people, and we'd like to give you a gift to thank you for having us for the cup of tea and the chat and the biscuits. So the first 4 people, unfortunately, we didn't have the gift on us at the time. So we posted it to them, and we recorded the big reveal of the gift that we will be giving you all if you have us round for a cup of tea. So now's a good time, I think, to roll VT.
Roll VT.
Roll VT.
Lee, how the devil are you, sir?
I'm very well, Sam. How are you, mate?
I'm amazing. No cups of tea here, though, unfortunately, at the moment.
No, but it's why we're here, isn't it? We're going to talk cups of tea, so it's good.
You know why I don't have a cup of tea, though, right?
No.
because there's not anyone to make it for me.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Well, talking of which, shall we get the tea makers in now, our first candidates?
Let's do it. Let's do it. So there's a group of 4. We got Jim, we got Mike, we got Paul, and last but not least, we've got the wonderful James.
Hey.
Whee!
Hi guys,
Hey,
how you doing?
All good?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Yourselves?
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, very well, thank you. So just to explain why we've got you on, you 4 kindly have had Sam and I come round for a cup of tea, which
And
was
survived.
Sam's crazy idea. But I think it worked quite well, really. So we're sort of launching this and letting people know what we're planning. And there's a gift of thanks that you've all got now, which is why we've done this video chat, because I know you've all received your gifts and you swore not to open them until now, which is very good of you. So I think now's a good time to open them, don't you, Sam?
Let's do it. I mean, if it was me, I probably would have opened it. And
Yeah, you would have done, mate.
I'm, not going to lie. Look at that. Mike Berry's using an old spoon to open his one up.
It's like Christmas already.
You've had his parcel taken away from him for a few days.
I did, yeah.
Oh, God.
Classic.
Everyone's got one of those.
Apparently, I'm getting annoying.
Well, I had 5,000 of them printed, Sam, so I've got to get rid of them somehow.
Wow, look at that. Nothing a lot of bit of
just what I always
self-promotion.
wanted.
Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, look at that. Mike Berry's got in there, look.
There we go.
Not testing.
Followed by a bit of bubble wrap. Yeah.
Do it all together. Do it all together. I'm excited.
There we go. Go on then, Mike. Off you go, mate.
All right.
Jim's tucking in.
I hope it's not an anticlimax.
Hang on, Paul's only just opened his box. Guys, Christmas Day we use a bit slow, I bet, isn't it, Paul?
It's sort of like doing it
1,
gently.
2, 3.
Wow.
There you
Wow,
go.
look at that.
There you
Yes.
go.
Hey.
That's fantastic, that is.
I think
So-
Paul's re-wrapping stuff ready for Christmas. He hasn't even got the box open yet.
There we go.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
fantastic.
I'm going to have to make a quick transfer now. I have tea. Cool.
Oh, well done, Jim. Good stuff. And I'd like to say congratulations to Royal Mail for getting them to you in one piece as well. That's amazing. Impressive work by Royal Mail there. Makes a change.
Fabulous stuff. Yeah, well, as I say, this is going to be a feature on the Sam and Lee and a Cup of Tea program, possibly on Netflix. And like I say, the idea is that when you invite us round to your house, you'll get a Sam and Lee and a Cup of Tea mug. So there you go.
There you go. So we had some fun, guys. Thank you again for having us round. It's very kind of you. Jim was all first,
Good luck.
and I think we're going to hand over to Sam and Lee back in the studio in a minute before we actually show Jim's chats that we had when we were around his house in Scarborough. And we came to see Jim while we were up there for the Humber Bridge crossing, didn't we, Sam?
Absolutely. Yeah, we found some fabulous things there. And it's funny because tea is a kind of bronze colour. And Jim is, as you'll see in the video, that's his favourite. This is his favourite thing. It's his favourite thing.
Very good. And Bristol guys.
I've got to say the
James
Bristol
Paul-
guys. Sorry, I've got to say the Bristol guys. James, when I've been trying to edit your video, it is so funny. I just can't get through it without literally crying. It's
No spoilers.
It's great.
No spoilers.
It's great. No spoilers.
Oh, that
It's
little
great.
bit.
Yeah.
So anybody else watching this, we'd love to come and have a cup of tea with you. We're starting in the UK first, obviously. It's a bit more practical doing the UK. It'd be great to get around Europe. That would be the dream eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe Sam and I will end up going on some sort of road trip. But we just want to chill out with you guys, with all the builders in the UK if we can. I think I've got a list of about 50 people of active builders I know. So, we'll wait for your invite first before we start pestering you for an invite. And hopefully we can do certain areas and do a number of people at the same time. We'll pop round your house, just have a cup of tea and a chat for 15 minutes, and and have some fun and have a laugh, hopefully.
Yeah, but it's exclusively these cups. You cannot buy them. You can't buy them from the club. They're exclusive to people that have been on the show. So,
Wow.
you know,
Honoured.
don't drop them on the floor like the Lee Towersy Disney mug. You know, these are more exclusive than that. So enjoy your cups of tea from now on, and you can tell everybody about it and how you're on that show. Look at that.
There you go. Look
Beautiful.
at that. Quality.
Beautiful.
Brilliant.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. Is it wrong that I put coffee in mine?
Sorry? You can put whatever you want in it.
Yeah, all right then.
I bet it tastes better in that mug, doesn't it, Jim?
It does.
Yeah. And you've got to say, you make a great cup of tea. It's,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you about Jim's cup of tea. I've now bought 3 lots of that, different types of tea, from what he supplied us with. And I've got a sleeping tea. Imagine that. I've got a fruit tea, and I've got the one that the T2 that we tried at yours as well. So, yes, very, very good, very good. And then that was in Jim's mention, of course.
maybe sponsorship is next, Sam. Maybe we're going to get some tea sponsors in. Forget your 3D print of sponsorship. We'll get sponsored by tea bags. There you go.
Well, you never know. You never know.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you. Thanks for your time.
Yes, thanks,
I
guys.
don't agree, but thank you very much. And I think we'll hand back to Sam and Lee in the studio.
Thanks, guys. See you all soon.
See you guys.
Thank
Bye.
Bye.
And we're back in the studio. Wow, Paul Felsky. What a lad.
Yeah.
What a lad.
So there you go. So this is what you get. You get a mug with our mugs on it. How
Look at
cool is
that. Biscuity goodness of Sam and Lee. Look at that.
Yeah. And thank you, as always, Nick. Excellent work, as always. Nick Harbour, excellent graphic designer. So thank you very much. That's great. So the first person we spoke to was Jim. You saw Jim on that video.
Yeah, we were doing the Humber Bridge crossing.
That's right. Yeah.
And we drove to Scarborough thinking it was just next door.
It was about an hour down the road, wasn't
It was, yeah, it was.
Okay,
But,
further from home.
we went to Jim's mansion and it was amazing. And, the tea that Jim actually got for us, I've since bought. So it's
Another level.
Oh,
Another
yeah.
level.
Yeah, I mean, the guy was phenomenal. And, of course, Scarborough, the home of one of our favourite events, Scarborough Comic-Con as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, with COVID, it's not happening at the moment. But looking forward to going back to Scarborough as and when we can.
Yeah. So I think now's a good time to roll VT.
Yeah.
Sam and Lee, Sam and Lee, Sam and Lee, and a cup of tea. Sam and Lee, Sam and Lee, Sam and Lee, and a cup of tea. It's Sam and Lee, Sam and Lee, and a cup of tea. It's Sam and Lee, Sam and Lee, and a cup of tea.
In today's show, we are in Scarborough, Yorkshire, home to DroidBuilders' favourite Scarborough Sci-Fi Comic-Con. Scarborough is known for its luscious coastline, Art Deco hotels, sandy beaches, amusement arcades, castle, and Jason Manford's series with the same name. And of course, that famous Simon & Garfunkel song, Scarborough Fair. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? And of course, who can forget Lee Townsley's attempt at punching a boxing machine while at Scarborough, scoring a fabulous 71. But of course, we're not here for that. We're here for the fabulous Jim and his cup of tea making skills. Jim is somewhat of a connoisseur of the teapot, which in this case is clear and accompanied by an R2-D2 and BB-8 mug, along with a vast selection of biscuits. Jim uses a cozy, which was duly noted, along with the milk going in the cup first. Jim's weaponized tea of choice today is by a company called T2. It's a French Earl Grey loose leaf, and the pot, of course, is brilliant for seeing the tea infusion, which is to brew this tea between 3 and 5 minutes before the pour.
Hey, how much is that worth?
That's
Sam?
60 quid well worth spent, isn't it?
There you go.
A cup of tea.
Right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's Sam and Lee makes a cup of... Oh, hang on, wait a second. Off to a good start. Welcome to the show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's Sam and Lee and a cup of tea. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Today we are joined by the wonderful man, Jim. Hello, Jim.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourselves?
I'm amazing. This cup of tea, I've got to say, is spectacular.
Thank you very much.
It's
My
actually,
wife will be pleased.
it's actually the best cup of tea we've had during these interviews.
You know what? It really is. And it's got a nice taste to it. What type of tea is this?
That is a French Earl Grey.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's also the first interview we've done.
So
Well, that's not worry about. Now, I've got to be honest,
Thanks for
Jim.
being.
We'll start at the very beginning, which is biscuits. Now, you have got a range of biscuits here. There's Jammy Dodgers, there's Bourbons, and my favourite. What's your favourite?
Yeah, I think the chocolate ones, chocolate digestive.
The only issue that I've got is I've got a BB-8 mug, and this is a stumbling block, especially for
break it in half.
Yeah,
for that.
Break it in half.
It is a problem.
It's a real challenge.
There's a reason I don't have that mug.
It's a real challenge. It's a
Stuck
real
it in mine
challenge.
if you want.
What, and then like you eat it? That'd be a bit weird.
That's my mug.
We're not romancing here.
That's why that one's my mug.
They are going to be halved.
Okay. Got a biscuit.
So, let's play that again. So, thank you for having us round first.
That's quite
Thank you
all right.
very much. And cool man cave. We've
Thank you
just
very much.
taken some footage going upstairs, and it's really good. Can you just start by telling us how you got into droid building?
Yeah, it was me and Alex, who will no doubt be loitering behind you in various
Hi, Alex.
shots.
And he sorted the biscuits kindly as well.
He did sort the biscuits.
Top biscuits. Top biscuits.
And we met you guys at Scarborough Sci-Fi in 2017, 18.
2017.
27, I think it was. Yeah, 17. Yes, I think it was.
And quite a long chat with Darren Paulson. And yeah, a quick conversation along the lines of, fancy doing that, Alex? Yeah. And yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, you've got a lot going on. What builds have you got?
Currently, we've got R2 going on. That was the first one. So we've always sort of made other stuff before, but never anything sort of Star Wars. So yeah, we've got R2 still in production. We've got a couple of the ALT 39% jobs, and we have Mouse Droid.
Cool. Which we're still going upstairs. And that's finished, is it, the Mouse Droid as well?
The give or take, the Mouse Droid needs gearing down a bit. It's the acceleration is a little bit too aggressive for
I'm good, thanks.
For the 3D printed wheels. I think
Alex.
Yeah.
get down on the
down.
biscuits.
So, what drive system are you using in the Mouse Droid?
It's a Bandit, but it's an old Bandit. It doesn't have the practice mode, so it's all or nothing.
It's a bit hot.
Yes.
Okay.
And the dog bones like to rip through the 3D printed the wheel.
Oh, I see. Of course, yeah. Okay.
So, well, yeah, you could do with the clutch or just gearing down a bit. So
Right. Okay.
it's fine. We'll get around to it eventually, but I've moved on since then.
Brilliant.
It moves. That's fine. I'll go back to it one day.
Brilliant.
Nice. Very good.
One of the questions I've got as well, because we're going to probably ask the builder the same questions each time we visit builder, so see, different questions, the same question, different answers we get from each builder. So we're starting with the easy questions,
Right, okay.
and they get a little bit more interesting, most of which Sam has come up with, actually, got to confess. So if you could build any droid, what would it be?
I suppose I'd like to finish R2. That's kind of a bit of that's an easy answer. I suppose a fully autonomous C-3PO would be quite nice, although I think sort of Honda maybe need to get theirs going before the technology's really out there.
And share the information, of course, as well. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
But yeah, something that warped would be quite cool.
Excellent.
Cool. Now we've seen some of your collectibles as we went up the stairs. What is your most treasured collectible?
Apart from my Lee T sound poster.
Okay, next
you got something in your nose, by the way.
It doesn't need to be Star Wars. Any collectibles,
I might think about that one. Can we circle back to that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because we probably might want to see it as well. It'd be nice for you to show off your prized possession. Now, this is a good question. Credit to Sam for this one. So, I was there moment, okay?
So, which Star Wars scene from the entire franchise would you choose to have experienced or witnessed? If you could have been in any scene, just not actually performing, but to witness it.
So very much I was there. I was there when that happened.
Iconic scene.
So the on-set rather than assuming I was there real life.
Yeah.
No. So in real life, you were you were there, and that's what I witnessed. What scene would it be?
These are all hard questions.
Should pre-warn people maybe.
That's what Salmon and a Cup of Tea is all about. The hard questions.
Yeah.
We're getting to the root of that.
Nitty gritty now.
While it may prove sort of rather unpopular, I'd probably quite like to see a pod race.
Okay.
I can't imagine that's going to be popular
Not
with
bad
any of the
answer.
Star Wars fans.
Oh, that's not coming out.
It went in. It's got to come back out again.
Bit of Jeopardy going on here.
Jammy Dodger fits into a BB-8 cup. That's just so you know.
But we now know that it will swell when dunked.
Well, you know how that works. Always Jammy
That mug
Dodger's
is
nice.
not the dump. That mug is not the dunking type.
It's not. You're
Got
right.
a very narrow edge.
Style over content.
Indeed.
So we have just been with Glyn doing his legendary crossing on the Humber Bridge
Impressive,
today.
yes.
And we've now going to start off a beat off Glyn section.
Right.
So the question is.
I wasn't there for that bit. It wasn't me.
So the question is, what challenge would you like to do, or would you like to see someone else do? Attempt with their droid.
I suppose so. There's a skate park in down by the beach, so taking him onto the skate park, that could be quite cool. I might cry afterwards, but to take him off around that could be interesting. Yeah,
That's great.
Or stupid. One of the two.
Okay, and what are we thinking here? We're thinking like if we're going for a record, maybe or something, like a jump distance record, or
I think just leaving the ground and then landing and being in one piece would be nice.
Yeah, interesting.
Or even just sort of up and down the half pipe.
Wow, we're really looking forward to you finishing your droid now.
Yeah, that's.
I best start building some spares.
or airbag deployment or something.
That could also work.
Because I've got some experience, as you know, Jim, of face planting.
I've been told.
Let's just leave it there. Let's just leave it there for the day. We'll see if we get there. And if we do, of course, we'll come up.
Yeah.
Have another cup of tea with you.
Yeah,
excellent.
Definitely.
Are there any more questions?
None here, no.
Right.
No. This feels like there should be more questions.
There should be. Let's think of some. What's your biggest challenge with R2 building?
Getting to Birmingham, because most of the building is done with sheet steel,
right?
And effectively, there's a workshop in Birmingham that lets me raid their scrap bin, which is where he's all made from.
Right.
So it's just up and down to Birmingham and getting that done there.
So you're going for an all steel build?
It's not all steel. It's on my build log. He's known as a mixed media droid.
Okay.
The frame is steel. The legs, the ankles, the feet are all steel. The dome is obviously
aluminium.
Yeah.
Yep.
The skins are aluminium. Everything else is all sort of sheet metal.
Heavy?
Not as heavy as I think it could be. He had a weigh-in the other day, and I think we're up to about 30 kilos. And that's skins, dome, legs, frame, ankles, and feet. But doesn't include the drives, the motors, or any of the electronics.
Yeah, okay.
Or batteries. Yeah. If I think he's going to end up about 50 kilos. I'd a guess.
Right.
We set a limit of he's going to be sub 60. Particularly after some interesting ribbing from a certain Mr. Prentice at Scarborough Sci-Fi 2018.
Yeah, well, I remember helping you and trying to lift the body to get it off the table. Like, Christ, it's just what we're used to lifting with wooden frames and the alley frames, and then you get, welcome with that. And wow.
Well, it's interesting with Glyn's today because I've been moving mine about the last couple of days, and then lifting his. I was like, oh my God, this is so light, and it's wood alley mix, and I was like, actually, this is. You start thinking about that, and it does become quite important, especially when you've got to kind of lift it. I've got a ramp now, but lifting it in and out and getting it out of the house and stuff, it does become a bit of a challenge.
Get a ramp for your car or van if you can.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
The See, I mean, with a lot of these sort of the aluminium ones that we've sort of looked at and largely sort of ripped off a lot of ideas from, they tend to use sort of, particularly in the frame, use a 6mm alley. And if we're down at sort of 1.5, 2.5mm steel, then hopefully it shouldn't be a huge amount of weight difference.
Yeah.
What kind of cup of tea would C-3PO drink, in your opinion?
Oh, he's definitely an Earl Grey flowery kind of guy, really, isn't he?
I have got to say, this is
It's a great cup of tea.
Really nice.
It's a great cup of tea.
And I don't mean that from like, you know, I think it might be one of my best cups I've ever had ever. And I've been to China.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this is the tea that gets me husband points because it's the shops in Leeds. So
right.
Yeah, you can't find it in the shops apparently.
How far is Leeds from here?
An
hour. Wow. So this is a
No,
2-hour trip tea.
Oh no. This is a direct debit. They send me one once a month. I think I'm fed. Not that many husband points.
Okay.
We started high. We've raised the bar high from the start.
I don't think anyone's going to beat this.
No, builders. Change on, I tell you. It's like,
it's all kinds of crazy, this tea. Are you a big tea drinker?
No, I don't like tea.
No?
Chris does.
You will do probably when you're older. It's good, isn't it?
It is really nice, Jim.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Do you feel a little bit uncomfortable with us sitting here drinking tea?
No. It's, the praise for the tea is perhaps a little bit.
No, it's really nice. It is really nice. Yeah.
It's the kind of thing that this particular tea is usually the one I get ribbed for at work because I'll drink this at work. And effectively, if it's not Yorkshire, it's not tea.
Okay.
So it's I'm
okay.
Very, very much the subject of scorn.
Right.
What's the worst kind of tea bag?
It's the worst kind of tea bag. I suppose I shouldn't name brands, should I?
Well, we're not going for sponsorship. Not yet, anyway.
Tea sponsorship isn't on my list at the moment.
I was once, unfortunately, subject to a quick save, no frills tea bag. And that was impressive. It was I think the bag was more inclined to disintegrate than the tea leaves were.
Oh my God, Jim!
It was.
Did you have to get any help for that?
It took a while before I could face tea again. But
that's so sad.
The demons are now behind me. I've moved on.
Well, you know, getting through a bad cup of tea is is paramount, really, isn't it?
It is true. This is it was a gamble, sort of going with the non-Yorkshire today. It's like, do I go different or just do I go Yorkshire?
I've got to say, you've done really well.
No,
you have, especially as you've had that, tea abuse in the past.
This is true.
It's, you've done. I'm so glad you've come through this.
Yes. This is like counselling. It
really is.
It means I can relive those times, and I'm not feeling defensive. I'm not feeling sort of like I need to go in on myself.
Yeah, and you're smiling while you're talking about it, so that's a good sign.
It really is. It's fantastic. Jim, thank you so much for having us in your man cave today and making us a stunning cup of tea.
Thank you. Till next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So after a bit of thought, Jim has thought of his prized possession, which is his table.
It is my table.
Would you like to take us around your table?
Well, let's see. When the wife says that she wants a new dining room table, you've just got to have one Bluetooth, haven't you? So the table does come complete with Bluetooth.
A Bluetooth. Why would you want a Bluetooth table? What Bluetooth does it do?
Everything looks better with Bluetooth, does it not?
Well, yes.
It has a built-in Bluetooth speakers. It has a gaming port underneath the top.
Look at this. Wow.
And it also has LED strips. Just so.
Wow. So each section come out?
Yeah, each section will come out. Yep, go for it.
That. Wow. Impressive. And you like a bit of gaming?
We do like gaming. That was a New Year's resolution about 2 years ago. We didn't want the sort of kids just for a year.
You've got quite a lot of medals here. Look at this.
Mm-hmm. And medals as well.
So where's the Lee Towersy? Is it there?
I don't think it is. It's around.
You've
I know I've still
binned
got it. I haven't binned it. I'll send pictures later. I will prove that I've still got it. I have had a recent tidy up in this.
That's what we've got.
Jim, you've got quite a few bronzes. What happened?
There was 2 people that were better than me. There's a gold there.
Yep.
That's gold. That's my gold.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Excellent.
I would argue that the bronzes are bigger.
Yeah.
Well, yes, they are. Yeah. Less value, though.
An ICO, what does that stand for, Jim?
That's the International Combat Organisation.
Amazing.
Cool.
Look
Excellent.
how happy you are in this picture.
Yes.
That's a lovely picture of you, Jim.
Yes. drunk, I believe is the word, rather than happy. I might, yes, possibly have been drunk.
And you did the London Marathon.
I did.
Wow.
Impressive. Wow. Well done. Have you that once you've done it? Have you done it again?
No, just the once.
Yeah.
I'd had to do another marathon again, but I probably wouldn't do London.
Right.
Not because it was bad, just fancy somewhere else.
Yeah.
Quite fancy go at New York. I also quite fancy go at the Barbados Marathon, because you can do that on roller skates. That looks all kinds of fun.
That looks good. That sounds good. Brilliant. Well, yeah, some
Incredible.
achievements you've got to be proud of there, Jim.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And nice table.
There you go.
It's great.
Tell you what, this may the course be with you. What's that?
That's a virtual runner medal. So we've been doing a lot of those in lockdown. It's effectively you are GPSed and you race that way. And that was a May the 4th running race.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I believe they did do an R2D2 medal for one of the races, I think, didn't they? They did an astronaut one, I think, as well. Yeah.
Was that a bronze medal?
No, because Jim hasn't got it.
Coming soon on Sam and Lee and a Cup of Tea, James Furtado does a creepy laugh. Man slaps head in Bristol, and Sam loses his patience with Paul.
Go-to biscuit. Which tea? We've had this one already.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Can I have a biscuit?
Sam, Lee, and a cup of your tea. That was
Bad time.
Never mind.
Dear me.
Sorry about that earworm, but thank you very much to Joe Kennedy who sat and sung that. It's not Lee Towsey or myself singing that.
No, thank you, Joe.
Unfortunately.
Thank you. I thought I was going to get lumbered with that singing job.
No, we managed to.
You don't want to hear my singing.
He's professional as well.
Yeah,
apparently. Yeah,
he wrote it, didn't he? Well, you wrote it, but
he did. Yeah, he performed it. Yeah, it was good.
Good stuff. So we've got coming up the new track, the 39.1% race, which Sam and I are going to go head to head on again.
Yeah. And I've not played this.
Nor have I. Honestly, I haven't played it.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I've seen it,
interesting.
but I've not played it. And this is a release by Big Daddy Paulson. Sorry,
he's got a new name.
Yes, yeah, Big Daddy P. Paulson, and he's put another track together for us. So thank you very much to Darren for that. Wow, wish we could go back to editing that.
I'll help you out here, Sam. And just to remind everybody, we are raising money for Calm, so we'll just cut to a quick VT just to remind you what Calm is all about.
Run VT.
After suffering for a long time and having thought about ending my life, I came across Calm.
Some voice in my head said, before you go, try calling Calm. I stared at the number.
I felt really silly initially for reaching out, even though I was at the lowest point I'd ever been.
The person on the other side of the line put me down from doing something really stupid, helped me decide what to do with my life.
They've helped me through some of my darkest moments. I found them in literal tears.
They are the ones I turn to when I'm at my lowest. Without them, I think I would have given up a long time ago.
Okay, right, the race is ready. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Don't get stuck in the mud this time. I think he might have changed that so that you don't run around the outside.
Well, no, I didn't go over the fence. I just
Where are you still? I don't know.
I'm far behind you, but I am behind you.
I'm behind you. How many are you doing?
Let's do 3 laps.
Okay.
I think I might catch you by then.
Oh, I'm stuck.
Oh, you go. Oh, you're moving again. From what I can see.
Yeah, I'm moving now. This is exhilarating stuff. We should have put a bet on this. Oh, seconds. Here we go. Is that one of your hidden talents? You can't clap and sing. Get stuck again.
Here we go. Ah, you're well ahead of me.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I'm so far behind.
And I've won. Yay! Winner!
Off the line. Now.
Well, there you go.
Well, mate.
Halloween. It's all about the Halloween.
The youngsters win again.
Well, that was exciting.
Yeah. So log on. No prizes this time, unfortunately, everybody. But yeah, just join in and have a good chat.
And we're back. Lee Towsey's gone for a little wee-wee. Should we think about giving this one away? What do you think? Lovely little 39.1% egg droid. Cat.
We do. We do.
Oh, I was going to just give this away.
No, not this time.
Oh, okay. That was awkward.
I nearly swore then.
You nearly swore?
Nearly
Is that not your thing?
I nearly swore.
Okay. Well, it's all right, Lee. Just keep putting those things back while
back on the shelf.
While you leave me hanging here for the next few minutes. Anyway, coming up next, obviously you've just seen me win the 39.1% race. We are going to be talking once again very quickly about the challenges that we set the Droid Builders, which is a difficult one, I think, isn't it, at the moment, especially in the current climate with a certain pandemic on at the moment. But we are still looking for people to beat off Glyn. And if you are so interested in perhaps doing that task,
let us know.
Get involved. Yeah.
Let us know. Ideas, whether you want to do them yourself or, just challenge someone, anyone in the world this is to, shout out. We want to get everyone involved with this. And there will be, sadly, I haven't got it to show yet, there will be a nice framed certificate for a Droid World Records.
And just to be clear about exactly what this beat of Glyn thing is, Glyn, of course, crossed the Humber Bridge, and which was 1.3 miles.
No, he measured it the other day. 1.9 miles.
1.9 miles. So that's the distance to beat if you're looking to do some sort of crossing. And or somebody was talking about throwing a droid out of an airplane or something. Maybe that'd be one for you.
Not me. No. But I am hoping to try and break a record in the December live show.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Wow, there you go.
So,
news just in. You should have put that in the
watch
news.
Watch this space, of course. Yes, watch this space. So what should we do now? We've got another video to show, I think, actually, Sam.
We have.
Yes.
Barry, no, not Barry. James Furtado's little video with his super deep voice. He's Darren Paulson style voice when he's got a cold.
Yeah, I guess it is a cold. Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I wish you well, James. This is about James's very special card holder that we saw. So when we did the Sam and Lee and a Cup of Tea video a couple of weeks ago, he had one of these things, and eventually he got it working and wired up.
Yeah.
And we said to him, hey, you know what? Can you please do us a quick video? And if you're interested in doing a video that we're going to be hopefully very interested in, then that's all, folks. Then please, obviously, get in touch with us as well.
Yeah, and if there's anything you want to see, any tutorials, anything you want to learn, and you maybe want to, you can't find it online, you'd like something us to do, just drop us a line and we'll see if we can help out. Should we show James's video now?
Let's do it.
Let's
Run
go.
BT.
Run BT.
We got it together, didn't we? We definitely got our thing together, don't we?
Hi, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to assemble the trading card dispenser. Dispenser consists of three main parts: the card holder, the card plate, and the top lid. Here, shown with the motor and the wheel. The card plate and the card lid have to be printed face down. This helps with the surface finish. The whole assembly needs to be deburred with all the sharp edges taken out. Special attention needs to be taken to the slots to feed the cards in and on the main outlet slot. This is so that the cards run smoothly when ejected. Next thing to do is to actually fit the springs for helping with assembling, dab a super glue inside the socket, drop the spring in, and it helps to hold it in place. As when you're trying to assemble everything, the springs do tend to not go where you want them to go. So I've made this so that it will slide up and down with these guide slots. In order to actually fit it, can be a bit tricky. But the springs on the inside need to go into those holes there. Okay, so I've got the two back ones in. Can you see that there? And then it's trying to guide the two front ones in. Those are in. And like I was saying earlier about making sure you remove all the edges and making sure everything's nice and smooth so nothing catches. So everything just runs up and down nicely. Keeping hold of it, we would then fit a lid. This would be super glued on, just clip in like that. It's not a tight fit, but once it's glued on, that's all that matters. Turn around to the front. You can see the card slot. Got one of the cards here. Why will that not go through?
Come on, James, get it in.
It's been a while. Forgot you actually have to press this bed down to be able to feed. There we go. So as you can see, the card will just slide out through there. When you're going to load the cards, as you just feed them in through the back and push them down to load the next card in. Next up is fitting the wheel onto the wheel adapter. For those that remember tapes and tape recorders, this was a find. I've been looking for wheels that were just the right size. The centerpiece needs to be pushed out. This allows the wheel to then be a nice snug fit over the wheel adapter. There are several different sizes of these wheels. The wheel adapter was printed face down, as you can see from the smooth finish, without support. This ensures a clean surface for when you want to fit the motor itself. All the prints I've done found that the actual motor snapped into place. To help support the wheel and the motor, I included an aluminium rod. Once fitted, this actually helps the wheel to stay flat against the cards. Fitting the wheel and motor assembly and requires the motor to be slid in. The original designs included a small screw to help secure it in place. Then it's fitting the wheel and wheel adapter. Ensure the aluminium rod is pushed back to allow clearance for the wheel adapter to fit in. Lastly, push the aluminium pin through to the wheel adapter guide hole, as can be seen here. And that is your trade card dispenser assembled. Next is to test it out. For testing, I'm using this 6-volt battery pack. My actual setup uses a voltage regulator to achieve this, dropping down from 12 volts. You will also need a trigger and a timer. I made mine using a remote control, voltage regulator, and a relay timer. The potentiometer, though, had to be changed to a different value. And hopefully everything should work like this.
Thank you very much, James. That was excellent.
Very good.
Are you going to build a card dispenser?
Yeah, I have printed one out actually.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
so
it.
I've got to get the
That's
components and
you printed it out,
yeah, no, I haven't got it working yet. So I've got to get the components and get it working. Thanks to James' tutorial, it'll be a lot easier for me, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And if you've got something that you want to share with us, again, please let us know. We're always after content to share with other droid builders.
Indeed. So we're done. I think that's it.
I think you're right.
So thank you everybody for watching. We're off to go and prepare for the Christmas live show, which is going to be another epic show. Not all day this time, but it's a few hours long. And before then, we've got a November show, which is a bit of a warm up to the Christmas show, I think so. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sometime in
Absolutely. We're
November.
going to try and get as much content online as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And of course, time is of the essence. You're back at work. I'm back at work. So we're going to try and do this and try and keep ourselves sane with,
Busy.
with getting these shows done and out there to you guys.
Happy building, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Lee, put some clothes on, for goodness sake.